Hi, my name is Sue Booth, and it's a pleasure for me to take you through the product and business presentation. I'm going to be doing them in two separate recordings. This is the first part, which is the product offering. Zinzino are a 19-year-old company nearly, based out in Gothenburg in Sweden, and they have created a range of really innovative products that actually are taking the world by storm. You know, we all want to feel fit and healthy. It's been a real importance over the last few years, but even more now, we know that despite the fact that we want to remain fit and healthy, we still have health-related problems, and they're increasing on a daily basis. And we really need to ask why. When we're educated, we have the opportunity to find all the solutions really on the internet, but we still have these health related issues and we need to know why. If you look back to the way we used to eat and how we used to manage our health with more natural substances and natural diet, Hippocrates had it right. Let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. So we need to revert back to that more natural way of looking after our health rather than relying on pharmaceutical drugs all the time. If you look back at the way we used to eat food from natural sources, from the field, the rivers, the seas, and they were always full of vitamins, excuse me, vitamins, minerals, and all the nutrients you needed on a daily basis. And we also then had a really good balance of omega-6 and 3, which are crucial in our body for good health. And we can't make them, we have to ingest them. So unfortunately, what's happened now is we tend to eat more processed foods, and we farm in a different way. We farm to increase the yield of our cattle, our chickens, the production of eggs and things like that. And that really starts to become notably marked in less key nutrients. We find that people have to add in sugars and salts to make the taste better than they do because they've been processed in such a way. But they're full of empty calories, we're low in fibers, and we've started to see a real imbalance between the essential fatty acids, omega-6 and 3, which we really can't make in our system. We have to get it from our diets or supplementation. If you look back at the history of omega-6 to omega-3 balance, when we were born, we're at 1 to 1 or thereabouts. And 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 150 years ago here, we are making sure that we had everything that we needed to make ourselves fit and healthy. But we started to see that increase. The more you increase your omega-6 within your diet, then that raises that first ratio. And we know we can manage pretty well on 3 to 1. And we started seeing a massive change in 1960s, and that's really when we started to see the appearance of convenience food rather than cooking from scratch, and also the microwave. The microwave became a household dream for a lot of women because they would cook their meals so quickly. But that in turn has given us to raising our omega-6 value of our ratio very much very much increased. So to the extent that it's now around about the average of 15 to 1 in the UK and Europe. But we're seeing people testing now at 25 to 1, which means that due to the amount of inflammation they have in their system and the amount of omega-6s they have in their system and in their diet, that they're actually giving themselves more long-term problems. So what are the consequences? Well, the consequences are, a lot of them. We know that we have decreased hair quality, skin elasticity. We know that brain function are depleted and heart function doesn't work in the way it should do. So all of our organs rely on omega-3 within our system to function correctly. I think probably the most important one to realize is that joint and muscle pain, and that's an indicator that you actually have an inflammatory problem. And what can we do about it? These are really how it affects the cells in our system. So all those things I just mentioned are in, kind of, it's really important to make sure that we have the right cell health to ensure that we're actually getting nutrients in. If you've got too much omega-6 in your body, then it allows that membrane around each of our 37 trillion cells to become hardened and rigid, and that stops nutrients getting in or decreases the amount that they get in. The cell doesn't function as well, and waste products only come out very slowly. So the ideal thing is to get yourself back into that balance of 3-to-1 ratio of omega-6 and 3. And when that happens, it becomes more flexible, the cell becomes more flexible, it allows nutrients to get in properly and the cell to function correctly, and waste products to come out easily. So, but how do you know if you're in the danger zone? Now, a lot of people think they're fit and healthy, but unfortunately, it's what goes on inside your body or underneath the iceberg, as it is depicted here. But we know that the danger is underneath the water as opposed to being on the surface. So you may look fit and healthy on the outside, but quite often your body's crying out for omega-3s within its system to make sure that it's actually healthy. We know that we have this big imbalance of 6 and 3, and we have low levels of omega-3 in our diet. We also know that polyphenols, which are the antioxidants that look after all those free radicals rushing around your system, that actually are inadequate as well. And maybe if you're in the Northern Hemisphere like me in the UK, then you've probably got low levels of vitamin D3 as well. And that's essential for making sure that you function properly, your immune system, etc. So how would you like to take a test that allows you to find out your personal results? Now, for me, this was a real eye-opener. I'd never heard of anything like this before. It's a scientifically based, home-administered product, and it literally is a dry blood spot test. So it's independently managed as well. So it's analyzed by an independent source. The results are anonymous, and that's all they do, dry blood spot tests. The company that analyzes our product or our tests are Vitas Analytical Services, and they're the official partner for all these incredible institutes that you can see on the left here. They're based out in Oslo at the Scientific Park, but they have been in existence for 26 years, and we are, as Zinzino, are their biggest customer. But you're very recognizable, universities, Cambridge, Oxford, King's College, many hospitals, etc. as well. So at present, to this day, we've done 1,215,605 tests, and this test results show that the world is completely out of balance to a great extent. I was shocked when I saw this because I thought I was reasonably healthy, but I wasn't aware that it was so desperate to get your system back into kilter or into balance. And we know that 97% of the world is out of balance. Some areas 99. So North America, we know a lot of consumed fast foods out there and processed foods. And again, in Africa, they eat a lot of meat, so that tends to be the reason they're so high. But we can address this, and we should address it. So you are able to find out your own personal test results. Now, this to me is just such a revelation. So it's, as I say, it's completely anonymous. You have a special number that you're able to put into a website, which actually, once your tests have been analyzed, will be lodged on that website. So you can go in and you can see how your system is. And it may be that you need someone to explain the results for you, and we are more than happy to do that as partners. But it's proof that something is working, but it's also proof that we need to address some imbalance as well. So my personal test results were 14.4 to 1, and I should add that I've been taking an omega-3 product for over 34 years. So I was really shocked at that result. And I thought that I was doing everything I possibly could to improve my health. But obviously I needed to address something in a different way. There's a money back guarantee for customers. So if you are on a subscription and your first test comes back at 3 to 1 or better, then you actually are able to get a full 100% money back guarantee. That's reassuring for customers as well. With our product, we can help you bring yourself back into balance within around about 120 days. And once that happens, then your health effectively is restored. Your brain function improves, your hair quality improves, heart function, skin elasticity, organs work that much better. And you'll probably notice the first thing I noticed was that my joints and muscles didn't ache as much. And the reason being is we have an incredible scientific advisory board headed by Dr. Paul Clayton, who's a really world-renowned pharmacologist, and he has created, along with Ola Eid, these products, some of them patented, but we have our own research and manufacturing as well. And Dr. Angela Rizzo is the lady who devised the test, the blood spot test, and she's done some incredible work with autism, ADHD, and other spectrum kind of disorders as well. Dr. Abraham is one of our kind of medics who actually has out in the Asian zone, and so he's done many things to help us in our mission to change the health of the nations. Our balance oil isn't a fish oil, it's so much more. And it's all about the polyphenols, the antioxidants. This is the game changer in the omega-3 industry. And with our combination formula of 60% fish oil to 40% extra virgin olive oil, we have an incredible product that actually works. And it's fresh. It's not fishy. It doesn't taste of fish, doesn't smell of fish. It's packed full of antioxidants to keep that fish oil fresh and potent. Comes in different flavors as well, I should say. But one of the nice things about this is that you are able to see from this independent research done by a company called Syntef way back in 2010 that our balance oil lasts for 35 hours, as opposed to other products that are out there that many people have used in the past and are still using. Krill oil, for instance, is one of the most expensive products on the market as far as omega-3s are concerned, but it only lasts 5 hours in your system before it starts to deteriorate. It goes rancid. It starts oxidizing. And the same with omega-3 by itself, of concentrated fish oil. That's 9 hours, 15 hours for cod liver oil. But that's not long enough to get to that cellular level. We need it to be in our system for around 26 hours before it gets to that cellular level. So we have achieved that with our product very well. 35 hours. They stop test after that time. So these are our balance supplements with our balance test. As you can see here, excuse me, we have different various types. We have the standard balance oil, which comes in 5 flavors. We have the vegan oil, which is patented. And then we have the Aqua X, which is a water-based product. So it dissolves in any liquid, which is fantastic for children and elderly people, or maybe people who have got a low tolerance of oils and fats in their system. We also have a premium version, which has got about 40% more polyphenols in it. So it actually activates in your system that much quicker. And we've also got our Ascent capsules, which actually also are the premium oil within those capsules. And those are outstanding as well, great for traveling. But reaching that balance of omega-6 and 3 is just the first step to feel good, stay fit and be healthy. But we need to look at some of the other products that we have that allow you that work synergistically with our balance oil products. So I mentioned the balance oil just now. We also have something called a health protocol, and this is our most purchased product offering. Probably usually with just the 3, but some people do add on the Viva, which is also a fantastic-ish problem. But when you look at the Zinabiotic, this actually restores your gut health. It redresses the microbiome in your gut to ensure that is contributing towards healthy balances. And also then we support with Extend. Now this is a really complex multivitamin that has 23 different ingredients, but that is so powerful for the innate immune system. It improves your energy and supports with antioxidant uh, things, antioxidants as well. And then the Viva, as I mentioned, this is a nootropic food supplement, and this is really designed to improve stress levels. It's to help with sound sleep, to help with to monitor with your hormones as well. So if anyone's suffering from anxiety, depression, this can be a very useful product. We also have some immune and restoration products. So we've already mentioned about the Extend and the Viva. Protect is an amazing beta glucan product which actually helps you fight off those coughs and colds that we tend to get on an annual basis. And then we have Zinashine. Zinashine is a vitamin D supplement, and there's a test to go alongside that to ensure that you need to take it. And again, if you have too much vitamin D in your system, that's detrimental. If you have too little, that's also detrimental. So testing is key for this as well. And then we have Zinogene. Zinogene is a good spring clean for your system, gets rid of all those dead cells in your body and allows new stem cells to be created. So we have a real good, kind of additional supplements to the balanced soil that really help. Our products are made with the highest quality and care. And, one of the things that people always consider nowadays is about how they're produced and making sure they're produced in the right way, that they're friends of the sea. But one of the things that is really important for a lot of people is that it's Informed Sports certified. And this means that it's suitable for sports people to take, and they don't have to worry that they're taking anything that could be considered illegal to take. And obviously, if as an elite sports person, it's really essential to make sure you don't even do that. So we're vegan as well. Most of our products are vegan except for our balanced oil, fish oil products. But we also are halal certified. We use only naturally sourced ingredients, and we address things like soy, sugar-free, gluten-free, non-GMO, and also keto-friendly. So it's trying to please everybody, and they really do go out of their way to make sure we have the highest quality. Here are some of our incredible, we've got over 100 brand ambassadors that actually use our products on a daily basis. One of our favourite ones here is Tom Chilton, who's a UK world and British touring car champion, and he's obviously a racing driver, and he loves the product because it actually helps him perform better. And they're not paid to say they like the product or use the product. They actually use them because they get the right results, which is really key. Who needs this? From the second you are conceived, your body needs omega-3, and every single step of your life, we need it for different things, for some things all the way through, brain function, etc., growth, till the day you leave the planet. Now, for me, this was a big thing, an indicator. At 63, I had a heart attack. And that heart attack, I ended up having 3 stents as well, and came home from hospital with 7 different medications, which I did take for 18 months. And for the difference for me, I didn't like being on the medication. I'd never taken medication before, but I had always taken an omega-3 product. So for me, changing to Zinzino's balance oil and the rest of the health protocol made a huge difference in my life. And within 4 months of starting our products, I was able to come off all my medication, and I'm still medication free now, 4 years on. So for me, it's been a life-changing experience. We know that there are many health claims, something like 145 different health claims that we can say about our product and how we use our product. But these 18 claims are approved by the European Food Standard Authority. And the top 3 on the left-hand side, the green ones, brain function, heart function, immune function. Is that not the most important thing in our lives at this precise moment in time? We all need better function on all of those levels. But obviously we have other things, as say development of fetus and kind of infants, etc., making sure that they're functioning as they should do. So 95% of the people who take Zinzino Balance supplements are back in balance within around about 120 days. I took a little longer than that, about 300 days, but my test results now 2.4 as opposed to 14.4 to 1. Now that's a massive improvement on my scale, and the fact that I'm drug free now is even better for me. But most people tend to be back in balance, sometimes even less than 120 days, and seeing the benefits all round. So this is really Zinzino. The Zinzino product range is exceptional, and the person who invited you to this call would actually ask you to return back to them, and hopefully you're going to want to get started as well with the products so that you can start your health journey with Zinzino. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your time and look forward to speaking to you again.